of Truth 144, chosen, of the chosen few. You all know who you are. Greeting you, always in the love that lights the truth. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from 5D, dimension number 5. Really live. I'm just sitting here listening to nature, and I decided to share this with y'all as nature speaks. I think that's what I need to start calling it. When nature speaks, as nature communicates, as I'm sitting out here grounded, getting the electromagnetic currencies through the soles of my feet, the portals, and listening to nature, and sharing with you. I'm just going to share with you as it came to me. Um, and to remind us that it really is time to go into the soul, collect the soul codes, getting your soul codes, unlocking your soul codes, especially with this moon coming up, the eclipse the eclipse full moon and the new moon that's going to be coming up. So as I'm sitting out here with nature, first thing that came was a squirrel. I'm gonna give it to you just like how I get it. This is the communication within nature and just listening to nature. And this is how to me when it comes. So the squirrels usually represent 5D. For the past 2 years, those are my 5D creatures. The squirrels, the blue jays, the birds, which are representing spiritual thoughts. So they come. And I had a dream about 2 nights ago when a squirrel just literally came and sat at my foot, like tapped my foot and sat at my foot. So while I'm here putting my feet, and the feet represent understanding, and I'm putting my understanding in the ground, right? This is why the story of Moses, when he says, take your sandals off, take your shoes off, you're on holy ground, right? It's not just about the bush. It's not about the burning bush, right? There's a metaphor to that. It's very deep, and it has to do with uncover your understanding. Your feet that represents your understanding, take the covering off of it because you're on holy ground, meaning you're in a place of higher frequencies, if I could say it that way. And so when you're in that space, whenever you unlock and you're in this space of higher frequencies, it could represent the burning bush that is never consumed, because fire leads the way. Ashe? So I'm uncovering my foot. I'm on holy ground. I'm in my higher place. I'm in my meds. And the squirrel comes out and just lays on the... I'm going to show y'all the tree too. One of the squirrels are still there. Let me see if I could turn it around. And you see him. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can zoom in. He's literally... He just played with that bush. I don't know where he went. He must have knew I was going... He's like, oh, she going to put me on camera. But this is the tree, the branch that he was in, and the two birds are up above that just came in. My two blue jays, all right? So, where you went, Charlie? I call him Charlie. So he was laying on that big branch, and he just came to lay. He just came to rest at my understanding as I'm sitting here, and it was reminding me of the dream, resting at your feet, right where your feet are grounding. It's just grounding with you. So he just laid there, and while he laid there, another one came in and came to eat, because I usually put peanuts out for them. So I'm like, oh, you're not going to eat? Usually they fight. Usually it's a fight. But for some reason, this one was in rest mode. This one was like, I'm here to ground. I'm here to rest. Let that one eat. Right? So that squirrel came. Oh, there he is. I'm going to give y'all a view. There he go. He came out the tree. Say hi to the people, Charlie. And they'll wave their tail sometimes. They'll wave and let you know they're here. Like, hey, I'm over here. But they just, he just finished eating, so he's full. So she comes over and she eats. And I'm wondering where the birds are, because usually as soon as I put out the nuts, the birds start coming in. So I just sat here in silence. The squirrels came. No birds. I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here sorting out an issue. So I had my hand on my crown. As I'm grounding, I had my hand on my crown, and I'm sitting here. Not even purposely, I was just sitting here thinking, and after a while I realized my hand is covering my crown. What am I covering? Like, open up, free up yourself. It's like I could hear the energy whispering. So when I caught myself, I let go. I'm just taking y'all through it somehow. Sometimes this is how the meditations go. And I open my crown and allow the light to come in. and I sit there, and then the other squirrel finally comes down and starts eating. It's like it unlocks something. Like, I kid you not, as soon as I unlocked my crown, because remember, the crown has to do with being in total connectivity. So as soon as I unlocked my crown, the squirrel came in off the fence and started eating. Then I took a deep breath, and as soon as the birds came in, it was like probably 6 or 7, and all of them came in. All of the blue jays came in. A few of them are around now still, and they started coming in, squawk, squawk, and I'm like, okay. And it's like you could feel something shift in the atmosphere. This is how we integrate, and I guess I'm sharing this for those who are grounding and maybe need to know how to ground or what it feels like. And the wind just blew, as I was saying that. The wisdom in the wind, the currency, the energy in the wind. There's so much that we're connecting to when we allow ourselves to ground and we pay attention. So it's like it's almost like I took the cap off of something, like pop, unlocked that, and I opened up a different field in the energy, if you will, a different space in the energy. Started coming in, and I said, okay, and I just continued to take deep breaths. They came in, they was kind of wild and fighting. I'm like, you don't gotta fight, it's food for everybody. Like, I'm talking to them. And I've been getting dreams lately where the animals are talking to me. So I know this is a next level communication for me. 2D consciousness, animals, it's like I'm communicating with them, right? And they'll just come in and they'll just lay, like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all now, like one that's laying there right now. The blue jay just flew in. As I'm saying that, as soon as I said that, the squirrel started to lay down. He's right there laying on the fence, just looking at me, directly over here too, with his little tail up. So as soon as I said that to you all about communicating, he just laid down. So it's like they're connecting through the energy. There is a communication that is happening, and we just have to listen. And as I sat and started to pay attention, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, what y'all got to say? And as soon as the birds were all flying around, and I was just gonna speak on the butterfly, and here came the butterfly. As I'm watching the birds fly around, and I'm saying, okay, have your food. You don't gotta argue. I'm speaking to them regular, like, hey, don't argue, and they quiet down. One looked back at it, and he was like, Kerp, and then just went and ate his food. I was like, go ahead, have your food. And then as soon as that happened, the butterfly flew over. This big butterfly flew over my head, and it was like, and there goes the transformation. So there was the message of, this is a transformation. In all of this that is happening, one of the messages major is that there is a transformation taking place. I'm in the midst of a transformation. As I'm sitting here in this now moment, in this present now moment, with the frequencies, with the energies. Just saw the butterfly again, big orange butterfly too. So there's transformation in the emotions, in the emotional body. When you connect to the earth, we're connecting and we're allowing the energy in motion, which is the emotional body, to flow through us, that currency, the electromagnetic charge to flow through you. Open your crown. Let your crown, be intentional about opening your crown. Some of us, you may not be sitting like this with your hand on your head, but you have so much concerns on your head that you are covering your crown. Your crown is covered. It's kind of like when the burning bush had to say, take off your covering. Take off your shoes. Take the shoes off of your feet. You are on solid ground. That's the reminder that sometimes the frequencies will give us. Take off your covering. So even though you may not have something over your head, energetically, you have so many thoughts swarming around that you covered your head. So that's the message. It was like, just breathe. Take a deep breath. The breath allows the flow of energy. So when you take a deep breath, just as I did here, I sat here and I just took a deep breath, and it was like it unlocked something. Take a deep breath to remove the covering, to be intentional about removing whatever is covering your crown. Thoughts, feelings, things about the ego, things that the ego naturally, unconsciously is protecting, right? Feelings and thoughts, ideas and concepts that you may be protecting, that you don't want to let go of, that you may be feeling right now that you're on the brink of it. A lot of you are feeling the brink of letting go. So it's taking that covering off. Ashe? And so when you sit with that, it unlocks everything. The codes unlock, click, click, and then here comes the animals, the animation in nature, right? The Sakem, which is life force energy, the animation of life force energy. The breath of life begins to move through us, through the energy in motion, through the electromagnetic frequencies through us, and this becomes the Sakem. Sa, Sekem, Sahu. And it is up to us to take that Sakem, to be that Sakem, and rise it to the Sahu, which is a spiritual awareness. This is connection. And even as I was sitting out here, I could feel, some of you will feel certain things that lets you know I'm connected. For me, as I was sitting out here, it's feeling tears come to my eye. You may feel tingles in your portals. You may feel tingles in your skin. You may feel tingles in the bottom, in the soles of your feet, and in the palms of your hand, as these are major portals. You may feel tingles even in your root sacral area, in your, I'm just gonna say it, in your genital areas, because that's another portal in that area down there in your root. So you may feel something there as well. For me, I feel tears coming to my eyes. There's no tears running, but it feels like my eyes water up. If I'm just sitting out here in silence, and it's like the moment I feel that the eyes water up, there's a connection. That means that I've plugged in. It's going to be different for everybody, but I share that with you, and I share that with you to say this is what I notice means you're plugged in, you're connected. And this is when I say speak. Speak trees, speak animals, speak wind, speak to me, I am listening. This is the moment where when I recognize it, whenever you recognize that you have that connection to the earth in that way, this is when you take your feet off. You realize I'm on holy ground. See, I'm saying that now to y'all, and as soon as I said that, look, he came closer. I can't make this up. He literally just came here and laid down right there. That's your message from the squirrel. This is my 5D creature friend. He's saying, yep, the moment you feel that connection, you just say speak. As soon as I said that to y'all the first time, that's when he came over. Like, speak? Oh, you ain't said nothing but a word. Here I come. Or he's willing to be receptive. He's in his receptive mode. So it's watching nature, watching the wind, the breeze in the trees, listening to them, and recognizing this is a communication. I'm going to show y'all again as confirmation for the communication. There's the blue jay. And the blue jays represent faith. They represent communication. They are the spiritual thoughts. Birds metaphysically represent spiritual thoughts. These are the spiritual thoughts of faith, communication, solidarity. Stick with it. And so that's what he's showing you. Communicate, speak. Not just speak, but listen. It's a two-way street. Communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening. Can you sit down and be still enough to listen to nature? To pay attention to what they're doing, that their activity, their life force energy, their Sakem speaks to you. Ashe, thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Sometimes I feel these and I can't see what the word says. I can't see the rest, but I see sometimes I feel these. The sun is glare. I'm moving the glare around, so my apologies. But let me finish sharing with y'all the message that was coming through. Hi, bird. I heard you. Was as it came in and they started swarming around and the butterfly flew over and I saw transformation. And I just sat with it and said, okay, there's a transformation. And the 5D bird, it was a male and a female. The one that was eating was a female. The one that was resting was the male. And it was like, okay, the masculine is resting. This is the harmony and the balance between the masculine and feminine energy, in which the masculine represents creative activity and the feminine represents receptive activity. So what the masculine was showing me, that it is his turn to be receptive. He is grounding with the tree. He is resting. He is in rest mode, which is reflection, Reflection, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. Rest. That's what he's signaling to me. It's time for you to put down your masculine energy, your ego. Allow your misappropriated ego, the ego that wants to do, that wants to get things done, that wants to protect. Rest. And he just rests while he allowed the feminine to come in and appropriate. It was like, it's your time to eat. Let her appropriate. And she who represents the receptivity, the receptive activity, appropriate receptivity. That's the message in that. Appropriate receptivity while the masculine energy, the will to do, the ego is resting. Rest your will to do. Do no thing. And while in the rest, you are to allow receptivity. This is a big deal. This is a big deal, y'all. This is a big job. It's not easy for everybody. And the leaf just fell when I said that. Falling leaves. It's like, as I said that, the tree is saying falling leaves. And they fall. And I can take that in different ways. People are falling away. Just the fact that I said that right now, it makes people feel like they're falling away. People in their consciousness, they don't like that. It feels like, I'm going to fall away. If I just rest, if I just do nothing, I'm going to fall away. And it's like, fear not. This is part of the season. It's time for some things to fall away. So in order to do so, you need to rest that ego, rest that will to do. And he was up high in the tree. And the tree usually represents our spine, right? Like the serpent in the tree is the Kundalini rising in your spine. So he's up there. The masculine energy is at rest in the higher parts of the tree. So in the higher parts of your spine, be at rest. And I'm going to say yes in the throat, in the way that you express, in the way that you do things, because the birds represented that communication. So where he rests, where the birds were perching, he rests. So in the higher parts of the spine, which is at your, I'm going to say your throat chakra area, in your expressions, in the way that you do things, in the way that you go about things, allow that masculine energy to rest so that she can appropriate through receptivity, through the representation of receptivity, so that she who represents the wisdom, the Sophia energy, can do what needs to be done, can bring forth the discernment to even let me see what all these different, to see the birds, to see the transformation. One butterfly, all these birds, there were so many birds that represent this blue jays, the throat chakra, there were so many of them, spiritual thoughts, and one butterfly saying, and this is a transformation. What is a transformation? Just look around. And it had me watching everything that I just explained to you. So we're being asked to go into this healing, in this Kundalini rising, which is rising your chakras, which is your energy, the doorways into your consciousness. These are just doorways into your consciousness to help you understand what needs to be done. And so another important part is, as I was seeing him eat, the lizard came. And the lizard usually... I'm laughing, y'all. Look at this squirrel. I can't make this up. He's just laying and looking at me. He is so chilling and vibing in this arena right now. Look at him laying in the branch. Hey, Charlie. You chillaxing? He's just so in tuned right now. I've never, he's really in tune, looking right at me. And there's the butterfly. The butterfly, I can't catch the butterfly. I would show y'all, and then here's the bird. They all, and the second bird. Like, y'all tripping right now. Animals come to life. I'm just sharing the meditation with y'all. The butterfly just flew away and flew through. So let me get to and it's the last part. The lizard, which usually the lizards represent the 3D consciousness. I could tell what's going on by watching the activity of the lizards. So as the squirrel is sitting here eating, some things are dropping from the peanuts on the ground. So the squirrel comes, the lizard comes through on the bottom, and I see him look like he want to eat it. And I've never seen that before. I'm like, he trying to eat the peanut? Like, And here's the important part of the message. What is for 5D is not for 3D. Because he went to eat it and he just dropped it right back. And then when I looked at him, he caught me looking at him. As soon as I looked at him and we made that connection, he turned around like, oh shit, she see me. So, and it reminded me that energy, like, they don't want you to see them. This is why we need discernment. It was a confirmation of why discernment is that important. All we have to do is look at them. I'm talking to the shadows of 3D, y'all. I'm talking to the things that you think you're fighting. You don't have to fight them. You just have to acknowledge them. And I looked at him like, yeah, I see you. Because I know y'all don't eat that. But it wanted to make as if, and this is a thing with the shadows of 3D, they're going to act like they can appropriate what we are appropriating in 5D, and they cannot. And it's for you to pay attention to that. Notice when they can and cannot eat with you, when they can and cannot appropriate with you, whether it's real food or information food. Pay attention to that. Be mindful. I don't care how spiritual you think that they are right now. This is the time in this transformation where the energies are separating the sheep from the goat. We are being able to sift through. So I don't care how spiritual they are. Pay attention to see when they try to pick up food that you eat and they can't eat it. When they try to pick up information that you have and they cannot appropriate that information. And that's what that lizard was showing. And he had to turn his butt right back around. Especially when I made contact. So it's important that we let them know, I see you. Don't witness things that they do and act like you don't see them to make them feel better. Please don't do that. You're doing yourself a disservice. We're doing the authentic vibratory field a disservice. A green leaf, there you go. Because we are here to authenticate that vibratory field, to strengthen the light grid activation and all of that. So it is important that we do not play like we don't see what we see. When you see it, look at it. Make your eye connect and let it. You don't even have to say nothing with your mouth. Everything is energy. But when you connect, because I didn't say not a word to that lizard. I just looked at it. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying what I'm saying in my mind. And he know, I'm like, you don't eat that. You know you don't eat that. And even if you try, like, I'm looking at him like, I see you. I saw you try to eat that and spit it back out and took, because it's not for you. That's not for you, and you know that, and I know that, and yeah, I see you, and I'm looking at you, and I know that you know that. We can do a lot with just put your third eye on them. Look at them with these two eyes so they see that you see them, and make sure your third eye cuts through like a knife and letting them know. Speak what you need to speak in your thoughts. Thoughts are powerful. And say it to yourself, because if you say it to yourself, you're saying it to them, because we are one. So when you catch them, know that you caught them. Don't play dumb, not even with yourself. Admit to yourself what you just saw while you caught them, in your discernment, in your wisdom, which is the feminine energy, being receptive and appropriating through receptivity. And it shows that through that receptivity and what you're appropriating, that those shadows cannot come nigh thee. And it cannot even imitate as much as it wanted to imitate and make like it can eat what you can eat. It cannot. So that was the big message in all of this. Hey, squirrel, you still here? So I was like, no, I'm going to share this with y'all right away. This was the wind just started picking up. So thank you, wind. Those are the wind codes coming in right now. So get out there. Ground in a way where you connect and you know that you're connected. Feel the tingles, whatever it is. When you feel plugged up, then start listening. Put your ego to rest, like that male squirrel rested. Put your ego to rest in the higher parts of your tree, of your spine, of your column, your divine column. And allow the information, allow the Medu Neder, the divine nature, to speak to you, to speak through you, to activate these codes. And that's my my communication with nature. Whenever I get these communications, I'll do my best to share it with y'all, because this is a new level of communication for me, a true new level in which I'm hearing so much through the trees. Yes, the trees speak. I used to say that when I was younger. I even wrote a poem about it, but I didn't know it was this deep. When I was young, and I wrote a poem about how the tree is my only friend and only the tree is to me. And I didn't know how deep that was until now. And I'm like, oh my God, not only do they listen, they talk, they speak. But are you willing to listen? Connect to the 2D consciousness, because that is the expansion that is going to take you through the expansion of 3D into the 4th dimension and the 5th dimension. Ashe? So with that said, before I leave, I'm going to remind y'all to get off of the Gregorian timeline, and in order to help you do so, we have the 5D calendars that can really help. So don't forget to order your 5D calendars at a 5D corner near you at akilatextry@gmail.com. Also, the workshop is coming up. So what I'm telling you about rising in that Kundalini, getting through your energy centers and utilizing the full moon transmutation is highly successful. It is highly potent, high potential. So this is a great opportunity to get in there. So tap in. Don't be afraid to tap in, reach out, email me, and you can sign up for the next upcoming Divine Chakra Moon workshop that is going to help with a lot of the things that I was even sharing with you and more, in tapping in and unlocking your soul code, getting in through the doorways, which are those chakras and energy centers, into your consciousness so you can expand it. So that too, you can email me to get. We begin on the 4th. It's a 7-day workshop working with a chakra each day from the root up to the crown. For those of you who've been there, you know what it is. And this is one of those important ones because it is an eclipse full moon. Highly potent. It is like full moon on 10. So I would take advantage of this, especially before November, to help prepare you for what is to come in November. Ashe? So thank you for sitting out here in nature with me. Was you just scratching your backside, squirrel? He's like, yeah, get to the tail end of it. Get to the root. Get in your root. So with that said, thank you for sharing, Mother Nature. Thank you for being here with me in nature and divine nature and being able to communicate, share this communication with you. Have the best of day. Whatever works for you, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy whatever day this is for you. It's Heart Chakra Day for me because it's a Friday. For those of you who got the calendar, happy Heart Chakra Day to you. I greet you all and send you all so much love and light, infinite love, divine light, always from my heart to yours. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Peace, love, and light.